We're live.
Kyle's like, I'll wait for Sean, and then
that's why I was like, okay.
Oh no, I meant to do the intro so that you have it recorded.
Oh, I didn't specify that.
Oh, all right, whatever. Sorry, did I ruin your day? All right. Hello, and welcome to Beer League Benchwarmers, the podcast recorded on the bench of a team of elite time travelers with a mission to rewrite history so that Harriet Tubman was never assassinated by that T-Rex, and the post-Revolutionary War is erased from history. We're just here on the bench, though, traveling at normal speed through time, but we got beer.
You stole my what I was going to time travel to. Thanks, guys.
Sorry. Harriet Tubman?
Yep.
It's either Harriet Tubman or dinosaurs, so.
Yep. Thanks. Now I gotta pick a new one.
Well, it was an important day in history, so I understand why you want to go there.
She only had one day.
The day she got assassinated. She actually killed the T-Rex too, though. I don't know if you remember that from history class.
Yeah, you know what? That just happened to not get mentioned in my history class, apparently.
Oh man, you got crappy history then. All right. So today we're talking about time travel, believe it or not. King Kong versus Godzilla versus, I don't know, and NHL stuff like the Sabres and the trade deadline. That's the NHL trade deadline, right?
Yes.
We're gonna give away our whole team so we can get some money.
I don't think that's how it works.
No? All right. Well, then
the trading owners.
You guys can teach me how it works.
How cool that'd be if you could trade owners.
Happy late Easter, everybody, by the way.
Happy late Easter.
Yes, happy Easter.
You guys pull any sick pranks on Easter or the preceding first?
The fuck are you talking about?
We also missed April Fool's Day. Nothing.
Nope.
All right. Anyways,
this one.
Let's start.
You know my April Fool's was?
Okay. Banter. What?
I guess I don't. Never mind.
No, go.
Roll.
Sean.
Just roll. It's
roll.
Gone. It's gone.
All right.
Moment has passed.
All right. The question is, if you were to time travel, where would you go and why? And what would you do? And we're gonna pick apart your answers. So who wants to go first?
Not me, because I got to think of something new now. So.
No, you can do that.
No,
all right.
I got to think of something new.
Rick, do you want to go first?
Sure. I guess I'd probably go back to the 50s. I just like the era, the aesthetic.
Is that just because of Fallout?
Jesus, you love talking over people.
Partially because Fallout is kind of set in like a 50s vibe. I just like the aesthetic of it. You go back then and you have like the greasers and all that. So
you would go back and join a gang?
I probably wouldn't join a gang. I'd probably just try to save some money if I was staying there, but that'd be
all right.
They'd become a race car driver back in the 50s. It was pretty easy back then.
Yeah.
Or even join. I mean, I could probably become, going back to the 50s, I could probably be a pretty stellar hockey goalie.
I was going to say any sport it's easy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You revolutionize the game.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Pretty easy. So.
What kind of bad racing was there in the 50s? Did they just crash into each other or what?
Yeah, a lot of the cars weren't as technologically advanced. So you could, your car could break 10 out of the 12 races and you'd still be a champion. So if you won one race and finished all right in another, and then you broke the other 10, you could still win the championship. So,
yeah. All right. Everyone else's cars are broken.
Yeah.
All right. No power steering though, right?
I don't think so. Not back then. No. A lot of old tech back then. You got like 8 miles to the gallon in your car.
Oh God, yeah, that makes sense. Have you guys ever heard of the TV show or book 11/22, 1960 something 63 by Stephen King? All right.
No.
It's about some guy who owns a diner, and he just happens to have like a time portal to the 50s. And he's like, I want to go back in time to the 50s and try to prevent the assassination of JFK.
They made a show about it.
Yeah, the show was okay. But yeah, it was interesting hearing their perspective of the 50s. They got like really good milkshakes and stuff apparently.
They're cheap.
They did have
$4 for a milkshake nowadays, and that was probably a quarter.
You could also, you could buy a house and have a whole bunch of land while working just at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, weird. Okay, sounds pretty chill. Do you like the 50s music?
Yeah, I do. Buddy Holly, I was a big fan of Buddy Holly and Frank Sinatra from back then. And
So, did I miss the concept, or I thought we were traveling to an event? Or are we just doing a time?
I mean,
we didn't really discuss.
Mine is an event.
Okay, that's what I just thought. That's what mine is too. So
yeah,
I mean,
mine's an event. I don't think Kyle's gonna like it.
I mean, I don't care. It could be an event or a time frame. I don't really have an exact event that I would.
All right, I just was
think about going back.
Trying to understand so I can base mine around what we're doing then.
Been live for however many minutes, and we've had 2 weeks to plan this. We are off to a terrible start.
I have had about 15 minutes to plan this because I procrastinated. So
that's fair. At least you admit it.
You like my
all
time?
My episodes are done shooting from the hip.
I mean, whatever. We'll make it work. Beer helps. All right, Jake, do you want to go next or do you want me to?
I'll go next. I want to see the Chernobyl accident. I've always been fascinated, but like, I would love to just see it. It overheat, explode, everybody's face is melting off. Like, it'd be great.
That happened, but
it's always happened. It happened in games. It's got to happen in real life.
But when it exploded, there was nobody around. Like, they evacuated.
Most of the people, yes, and then everybody else had radiation poisoning and slowly died by teeth falling out. But
it wasn't like a nuclear explosion.
No, I know that much. It was a slow burn, and then it was a high increase of radiation.
You ever seen like pictures of like the aftermath of the reactor and stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
That's cool.
I watch all like those little YouTube exploratory videos, and they got the Geiger counter, and it's going nuts. So with like the firemen's clothes that are on the floor that they had to ditch, like that stuff is just still so full of radiation.
Yeah.
Have you seen the HBO one?
No, I was trying to watch it yesterday, and my internet was on the fritz. I couldn't watch HBO Max, couldn't watch Discovery Plus, couldn't watch Disney Plus, couldn't watch anything except like YouTube.
What is that called?
Chernobyl.
Can you have your kids like reenact
okay, well,
it?
I know there's like a thing called Chernobyl Diaries. I didn't know if that was what you were talking about.
I think that's a documentary to like say what actually happened, because the TV show is a dramatization. They changed a few things.
Katie says Chernobyl and HBO is crazy to watch. I want to watch it. That whole thing would.
It's legitimately terrifying.
I got another event, and it's just, and I'm not religious at all. It's just see if Jesus was real. Oh yeah, you real dude, or are you just some like hobo living around?
Nah, he's a crock of shit.
Yeah, right.
You got to go to the Middle East to find him.
No.
Yeah, I go over to was it Russia? Chernobyl's in.
Yes, Ukraine.
I gotta go there anyways.
Jesus' real name is Joseph.
What?
Yeah, I love the silence after that.
His actual name translates into Joseph.
Couldn't tell
That's
you.
crazy.
That's I thought I translated to Jesus, but
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I've heard he's a real historical figure, but
I would just love to like travel. That would be my like goal. Is just travel to all these like urban. I don't know if religion isn't an urban legend, but like things like that, where it's you saw a Loch Ness monster on this day. Let me go to that day to see if he's real, or a Bigfoot during this day to see if he was real. Like just certain particular events, just to prove if they're real or not.
What are you gonna do if they're fake? Are you gonna be like liar and then like yell at them?
Oh yeah, I'll have a camera. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm proving it wrong.
Like if I'm taking something as highly technological as a time travel, I'm gonna bring a smartphone. That's stupid.
Right? I'm taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, and if he's fake, I'll go in the middle of every church that I can get a hold of and be like, he's fake. Or if he's true, or if he is real, then I will do the same thing and be like, hey, you guys are right.
He's just
like
the first Houdini.
Yeah, I have another religious question, but I'll probably do that off camera because I don't want to.
Yeah, that's a dangerous topic.
And it's not a bad question, honestly. I think it's a smart question, but oh wait,
this is not a good forum for religion. I don't think.
It's probably not. No, I'm very not religious, so I guess that not unreligious, just not religious.
All right, Sean, have you come up with, or Jake, any elaborations? I cut you off.
I would be disappointed if teeth were falling out in front of me as I was watching the events. That's all.
If what was falling out?
Teeth of the locals.
The Jesus followers?
Stand far away.
No, I'm not Jesus. I'm Chernobyl.
Oh,
He
okay.
turned his water into wine. He made my teeth fall out.
Oh man. So if you had really bad teeth, you could make them fall out and then grow new ones.
I mean, I'm sure back in the day, that time that he was supposedly walking around, yeah, dental hygiene wasn't at the top of everybody's list.
Yeah, probably. Oh man, I love medical history. I wish I knew more about it. They didn't know what germs were until some lady was like, hey, germs exist. You got to clean your hands, man. Don't just stick them in a person.
Did they burn her for being a witch?
I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been another great event. Oh, go to Salem back then.
Salem.
I would just point at a chick and be like, that girl's a witch. And then just like
disappear.
Yeah.
She's your ancestor. You accidentally erase yourself from history.
They didn't just disappear. They created a weekend festival out of that stuff.
No, I'm saying.
If it was like my great great grandmother.
Oh yeah.
That it'd be like Back to the Future happening to me. I'd have a picture of myself. I'd slowly be disappearing.
Oh, I was saying.
It would just make an alter timeline. Wouldn't that be all it does?
I don't know.
There's theories on it.
I was saying more along the lines of Jake saying she's a witch and then him disappearing back to the future. So it's like, oh shit, he's a witch.
I would go to
a
witch execution, which there's a lot of them in Europe. I'd probably go to one of those, but they don't. I don't know if they speak English. And then be like, that lady's not a witch. That dude's a witch, and then disappear, and then there'd be chaos.
I mean, I would like to see my castle like before it became ruins. Rebel.
You have a castle?
Yeah, there's a castle in my name over in Ireland. It's not. I would have to bring a tent to sleep in it. Not much left over of it, but it's still there.
Yeah, that's. I don't have a castle.
It's on my bucket list to go to.
How big is your castle?
I don't know, dude. My aunt and uncle went to it. I've never left the States besides to go to Canada. The Bahamas, if you count that, I guess. Never gone east.
East. I thought you said west.
I did.
Sorry. I like SpongeBob. I haven't seen it in a while.
This isn't a boulder. It's a rock.
All right, Sean, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Or should I?
I'll go.
We're going to try to be quick today.
I'm always quick. Grip it harder.
I'm traveling back to watch the meteor hit the dinosaurs.
Oh.
I want to see what happens. See what really happened.
I'm fine with it. I like that. My biggest thing was I wanted to see big events.
Yeah, and then I do have one other thing too.
What's that?
Okay.
And I'm going to 1980. I want to go to Lake Placid. I want to see the gold medal game or the U.S. versus Russia.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool, but I don't know. Like, I don't blame you for going. It's a perfectly great example to go to, but I don't know if I would want to go, just because like I've seen so much of it already that it's kind of.
You know who wins?
Yeah, and like not even that, but like the biggest part of it was you're beating Russia during the Cold War. But like if you travel to that game, just that game, you didn't live through the tension that was happening during that time. And I feel like that
5 years before.
Yeah, I feel like that was what played into the magnitude of that game. In fact, we haven't won it since then as well. So like, it would be great to go watch the last time we won a gold medal. But like the magnitude of that game, I feel like had years and years and years of a boiling point to get to that point.
That's true about any big historical event, though. No one day is ever that important.
Meteor hitting the dinosaurs is a pretty one-day thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if it happened.
You don't have to be like, I'm going to follow this T-Rex for 7 years. Just to see
Where is he? Where is
Watch
it?
his trials and tribulations of eating stegosauruses.
Yeah.
Oh, he got cut really bad. I hope he makes it. Oh, he made it.
Hope he
Oh,
makes it.
What is that big thing in the
Get
sky?
close.
I don't know if it was. I mean, some of them probably died if there was a meteor impact, but I think the biggest thing was the like big dust cloud that killed all the plants and stuff.
Yeah, like Pompeii. Pompeii would be a cool one to
That'd
go
be a
back
cool
and
one to
see.
go to. Yeah.
You ever read up Pompeii? Pompeii is awesome to read.
There was what is it? The hugging couple or whatever.
Oh,
They
yeah.
solidified together, holding each other.
The masturbating dude.
Maybe I did time travel in.
So you could put weird things in the lava flow and have some weird fossils, right?
Yeah.
You put like
The guy was trying to put weird things in lava flow. Just caught up in it before he could ejaculate.
I don't know. If it was
Oh,
very
no.
much, I don't know if it was really much of a lava flow. It was more like a cataclysmic cloud that annihilated everything all at once.
Yeah, it was
How hot do you think lava is? Like, do you
Very.
think you can stand in it for? I mean, like you'll be burnt, but like, you know, if you watch movies, it's just an instant melting action.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens in real life.
You probably die before you touch it. Maybe. I guess. I don't know.
No,
It's
you'd
at least
survive.
like as hot as the stove. So
Yeah,
don't
you
wanna,
could
like, touch it.
stand near it. You wouldn't want to touch it because I mean it's molten rock. Like it's sticky, so it's not like you could just dunk your hand in like water. and
Pull it out.
wow,
You're going to be
hurts.
covered.
Yeah,
You're
so
losing that hand.
It's
But
hot.
would
I
you
know
just
that.
the arm?
Right. Like if you dip your little pinky and you pull it out, all right, I just lost a pinky. Like that's it.
Oh, no big
Pretty
deal.
much, yeah. It's just like a burn. Like just
Oh,
severely
really?
burning
Nice burn.
yourself.
I think
It would probably. I bet you when you leave the area, you're probably gonna
Go into
acquire
shock.
like a sunburn type look, or like something like that because the air is hot too.
Well,
And that's with Pompeii. That's what killed him. Was the flash was like 300 something Celsius is what
Yeah.
killed him.
that's it. Katie says lava flow is typically 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
that's much.
And I'm
hotter
sure
than
like
the
you
stove.
get a bunch of smoke poisoning in your lungs too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have
That'll
a-
get you.
Still might be worth it.
What's it called? I have some
There's-
kind of oven at my work that it gets up to like 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I use it to like heat up things at like 100 degrees. So it's just like this super insulated stove that I'm using to basically toast things.
So
We
like a
got,
furnace or a kiln
Yeah.
Plenty of those
or
at
a
work.
forge.
Yeah.
Yes, they get very hot.
You
I
only have
feel
one. We have about 20.
Oh,
There's
Well,
there's
And
some
they
cool-
tried cooking chicken wings on it too.
did it work?
It actually did work a lot of times, and then for one time they forgot to do something, and it broke everything for like a week.
You can't forget about the chicken wings in the kiln.
Makes for a great story. It wasn't me.
As long as you don't get fired.
Again, it wasn't me. I've
Like the
done
chicken
other things that were fireable, but they weren't there to catch me.
Has anyone peed in the kiln?
Anyway, what?
Peed in the kiln?
peed.
In the furnace.
I don't
Yeah, the
think so.
furnace.
People got sucked off behind it.
Guy
Okay.
caught on fire in one in Building 8.
You know why you get sucked off near a furnace? Because it's hot.
Picked the wrong time to drink.
I might have another beer. I'm almost done with this one.
Oh shit. So yeah, those are my two.
That's
I like those
cool.
two.
Yeah. Well, would you try to warn any of the dinosaurs?
I'd take them with me. I'd get them in the time capsule if I could.
Okay.
Something small enough.
Hey, they made a ride about that at Disney.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Collecting dinosaurs.
Yeah,
should just-
literally, there's a ride where you're sent back in time to collect a dinosaur and bring it back.
I think
It's
there's
based off of the movie Dinosaur.
Isn't there a Pokemon game like that called like Pokemon Snap or something?
That's
That was where you just took pictures.
dumbass. Yeah, and they actually redid that.
They did.
Yeah, they're redoing, I should say.
Ooh,
Are they really? That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's coming up to the new Switch.
that could be really cool in VR. Look around.
I haven't
There's
seen
Pokemon.
VR. I just don't want to watch porn in VR. That'd be weird.
That's probably gonna. Never mind. Anyways, so
I almost got him to crack.
no, it's probably gonna be a big industry. Porn for
I mean,
VR.
it's already there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can already do it, but like, I don't know if I could do it.
Okay.
I mean, that's one way to deal with that ugly girlfriend. So, like brown bag on her, you just put a VR headset on. And be like, all right, I'm good to go. No, all right, cool. Next.
Oh man, I'm having trouble. Anyways, so I would actually take two trips. I would go to the future, and presuming humanity is prospering somehow, they would have all this cool technology, such as like invisibility cloaks and like meals that are just pills and like tents that are like integrated into a backpack. You just press a button and this like armored tent shows up. And like, you know, animal repellents and protective gear and stuff. Take all that, go back to like sometime in the past where there's all these crazy, awesome, exotic creatures, and just take a nice long hike with all this future tech. So I'm like living large in my crazy, awesome tent and petting dinosaurs and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't know that traveling into the future is an option.
That's a dangerous one.
I think everybody would do it, though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would not.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Why? I mean,
Yeah,
you
you don't-
would just be like, did the Sharks ever win the Stanley Cup?
Nah, I'm not. I mean, that, like, you go.
Like, yeah, they're going to win in 2027. And then, like, 2026 in the offseason, you put all your money on the Sharks. And you wait till 2027 summer and be like, oh, I'm a millionaire.
I would just go back. Just go back 1 year and put all your money on some other stupid team.
But then you
I
gotta
wouldn't
back
go
to
into the future. You don't know if future's going to be here tomorrow. Russia could nuke us and be gone. You'd show up and bam, look at that. Now you're in USA Chernobyl.
There was a book that they made into a movie, and I actually liked it as a movie, and the book was okay too. I just like reading. But it was about
Power
time.
Rangers?
I think it was called The Time Traveler or something like that. And basically, it was the one where you sit in the chair and you got the thing spinning behind you.
Yeah, that's a really cool movie.
Yeah, and he goes into the future, and it's more of prehistoric then.
Yeah, the moon explodes. There's a colony on the moon. It breaks up. And people are living underground, and all this crazy shit's happening.
I don't know about living underground. They're living on like cliffs, side of cliffs.
Yeah, there was like
one.
the human race kind of separated into two. The second race like lived underground, became these weird troll-looking things. Yep.
I thought it was a pretty good movie, though.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
There's a lot of time traveling movies.
Well, Kyle, the thing that you want to do, there is a movie about that. It's called The Sound
Adventure.
of Thunder.
Ooh.
It's where these
cool.
rich people from the future time travel back in time to this area in prehistoric something and kill an Allosaurus that was going to eventually die anyways from a volcano exploding. And things happen in the movie to help change the course of event.
They step on a
of the-
butterfly.
Yes, exactly. You know,
That's a I guess that's a trope.
There was a one show, I think it was, where they travel back in time, and when they travel back in time, they have like a preset pathway that basically, if you deviate from the pathway, you're changing time in history. If you
That's the
stay
same
on
thing
it,
with
you're
this.
okay.
yeah, that was like
Yeah.
the same thing in the movie. Not a bad movie.
Then probably, yeah. I think we read that in sci-fi. We had a cool sci-fi class in our high school.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Sure did. Yeah,
Mr. Downs' class is one of the ones I skipped.
that
You
was my
missed-
favorite class.
He just didn't care. He let me do it.
It was a good class.
It was fun, yeah. I had hit sci-fi, and then there was another one that I had with him too. I don't think it was Greek
mythology.
Yep,
I don't
that's
think it
what
was Greek myth.
I like Greek myth.
I got
That's
to watch
fun, too.
300 and Jason and the Argonauts.
You watched
That was a
300.
fun time to travel back to. Is like Roman time because you could just fuck
That's
whoever.
not even mythology.
But then like anybody could fuck you, including like other guys, and I'd be afraid like if I dropped my sword.
Wow. You're not going to assimilate, Jake?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You'd be one of those weird foreigners.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, we don't do this in Greece. Weirdo Romans. And then they'd be like talking to me in some weird Italian that I wouldn't understand. I mean, like honestly, a fun time to travel back to would have been spring and summer of 06. And just do the Sabres games all over again. Because at least like that, you lived through it. I mean, like you could deal with the heartbreak again too. Like,
and you could meet yourself.
That's a big no-no.
What?
Is it? We didn't set rules.
That's the basic rule
Yeah, it's
of
like
time travel.
rule 101 with time travel. You're saying meet myself?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So
terrible.
here's a question. You're sent back in time 20 to 40 years. Just out of nowhere. You're just like where you were 40 years ago. Do you try to assimilate into the culture and not make any changes, or do you try to change history? And you can change the time if it's more convenient.
I mean, the timing is huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
like,
is there any like place?
either way, you gotta deal with 9/11.
Oh man.
Like,
maybe this is too.
Sorry,
heavy.
did you forget about that event happening?
A little bit.
I wouldn't try to alter time. I would definitely do things that would benefit myself, like stock market. And all that.
I'm not trying to change any events that are like catastrophic, because some of that stuff, like Pearl Harbor, they had warning about Pearl Harbor days before it happened. So they could have prevented it. Same thing with, there was talks with 9/11. There was credible threats on this stuff that it could have been prevented. So
yeah, nothing you could do to change it.
You tell them, you could tell them till you're blue in the face. Okay. Oh, it happened. Shit, somebody told us about this.
All you can do is go to the building and hit the fire alarm like an hour beforehand.
But then you get to go and say, "Told you so" to other people.
That's satisfying.
As they're watching it on CNN, I told you so.
4,000 people died.
Remember me? I told you, and then you get arrested because they feel like you did it.
Yeah, that you were involved.
Oh, yeah.
See, even if you told yourself about like stocks or like, you know, World Series winners and all that stuff,
yeah,
like,
that's fine.
that could still alter history, because if you win enough money and all of a sudden you're a millionaire and you're doing shit stupid, like, I know I would have done stupid shit if I had that kind of money.
Yeah, it would not be.
Yeah, probably would have blown up.
When I come back to the future, I might not exist.
Right, I might have killed myself
Or been killed.
So that's not good. So yeah, I thought about that too, and I thought, all right, another time travel-esque thing. If you got sent back to when you were 16 or so, but you have the knowledge of what you do now, but you are a 16-year-old, how fucked up would you be?
Bad.
Because like, for one, I'd flunk out of school because I don't remember anything from junior, senior, anything.
Mm-hmm.
For two, like, I'd have the knowledge of my own kids, but I wouldn't be able to see them.
Oh man.
And then I'd have to go through all of the bumps in the road to get to where I am that may or may not have messed me up.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I got to date this girl knowing that she's going to do this to me. So I got to go through it.
But you wouldn't act the same. So you would change history inevitably.
Maybe. But if you date a girl the same day, same way, break up with a girl the same day, same way, go through the same
thing. Had to relive that?
Yeah.
I'd have to,
like you had the opportunity, like me, and I'm just using me as an example. Like, to get to my kids, to what they are now, I would have to do the same steps, verbatim, every way possible. Where, like, if I hated my kids, I'd be like, I'm going to do something totally different.
So it's like
it'd have to be the same exact sperm.
Right?
You got to remember how many times you rub one out.
Oh, no.
I mean, every day is easy to remember.
Yeah, but you got to remember what your record was and shit.
Oh, I did that in high school. Yeah.
Well, it's like that's the premise of the movie 17 again, where he magically goes back and he's a senior in high school.
Man, I'm not
right. It'd be the same premise, right?
Yeah.
Except he was in there with his kids. That's a little bit different. Like if you got sent back to 06 as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to dump that girl while skydiving again. It made it really difficult to pull that chute.
Katie says you guys should watch Dark, it's called. Lots of different timelines and meeting themselves in alternate timeline. Might be something to look into.
I heard that is a crazy to difficult to watch show. Like you have to pay attention and
it's not
possibly
Netflix, she says.
Check that
I don't know
out.
if but yeah, are you allowed to watch it if it's bright out? Or is it just you gotta turn the lights off? It's dark, man. I'm gonna go grab another beer. Do you guys want to talk about the NHL? Sabres stuff.
They won.
Sure, we'll talk about the NHL while you go fucking get your drink. No, I had a question though. Like, if you got sent back to your body, you know, in 06, how much would you change, if anything?
I don't know.
A lot.
Until last. Oh.
I'm doing
Until
a full
last year.
rewrite of that script.
I mean, I might try and change like the
Fuck
course of
you,
events of how
Caitlin.
things are.
Nah, not that part. Hope she's not watching.
But you got to go through all the steps to get there. You can't just be like, I'm gonna work at this job at this time.
I'm gonna
Like
follow
stalker.
her around.
Yeah, like you have
I
to
know
stalk
details about your life.
No, I mean, because I know like where she was
Okay.
at. She used to live in Virginia, and then she came to Buffalo. So I just got to make sure I'm in Buffalo at that time, and all of that. I could do whatever I think I want. I mean, maybe, who knows? There would be some things like if I start, I don't know, pushing
Start
drugs,
GM
I
earlier.
might get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would start GM right out of high school. That'd be easy.
That's it. I
I'm
go up
just
to
gonna end up there
Rachel
anyways.
as I'm working with her dad. Go up to him and be like, "All right, we need to get together. We need to fuck this way in this place, and we'll have a kid."
We got to have a guy in the other room.
Yeah, and I gotta apologize to him for being loud. Like, it's got to be. It's what we got to do.
What?
And then I get maced, and then
What?
I move on with my life. I guess.
Wait,
No
is
kids.
that true?
That's absolutely true.
You
Yeah,
don't know that story?
yeah. When Sean and I lived together, Rachel came over, and
I put these exact headphones in.
Oh,
that's cute. It's like
those
here,
headphones. Those
Rachel,
headphones.
you need to come down. We gotta do it. No, yeah. Rachel and I did coitus or whatever word that's
Coitus.
appropriate for
You
Facebook.
laid your shoes next to her bed.
Yeah, right. I turned her light bulb on, and
I was in the living room.
and then yeah, Sean was in the living room and he was doing something. I came out and I was like, I apologize. He had his headphones on. I was like, sorry, my bed's pretty loud. And then we kind of moved on with our lives.
That was it. 9
I
months
had a
later, I got
kid.
Grace.
You got maced though?
No, I'm saying if I went up to her, like if I went up to her as a
Oh.
stranger and explained that all to her, like I would be arrested. Like I can't, that's not something you gotta do.
Jake, I think one time I was house sitting for you and your parents. Like there was a thing of mace on the key rack and I didn't know what it was. And somehow it went off.
That
And,
doesn't never happen. That's not what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, usually
No,
there's a
it just
button.
went off. It was crazy. And it made the whole it was in the entryway. It made the whole entryway smell so bad.
It's definitely mace. Yeah, my mom has it because of incidents while walking the dogs.
It definitely.
Yeah, it doesn't you have to hit the trigger.
No, not this time. It just happened.
See, you should have said this in our ghost episode.
It's probably a ghost trying to make
Ghost,
it.
yeah, trying to mace you. Great
Mace
your
ghost.
butthole.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense ghost thing. That's like a weapon. Like a medieval equivalent is there's a mace. Oh my god, it's a mace again. There's just a mace swinging at you. And it's just
Larry says, at least I got a t-shirt. Time traveling. And then your sister says, somehow it went off. Sounds suspicious.
Very
Yeah, it was
suspicious.
crazy.
Yeah, look at that shirt.
Luckily, it didn't spray
Yo,
anyone.
I have Kyle fan club. I always
I have
think
Wikipedia.
fuck Wikipedia.
Kyle fan. You're a Kyle fan. You're a first liner, Jake.
If I was to do that, I mean, I'd probably change some aspects to stuff for like my personal stuff or like family and whatnot. But I don't know about changing too much.
Would you smack your head on the card?
Yeah, I wouldn't try to break my teeth again.
What about your leg?
Yeah, I'd try not to break my leg. I'd try to not accept that pass.
How can he be by himself like, oh, this is it. This is when it's happening. It's happening, guys. Crack.
Did you break your teeth twice, or am I imagining that?
Yes. First time I got elbowed in the mouth playing basketball at End Trip by Mike Moeller, and then the next time was on the hood of my car.
Okay.
Like Moeller,
That sucks.
man of two testicles.
3.
Good.
3, yes. Everybody has 2 except
Hopefully every dude has 2.
except Armstrong.
I don't know how to check out the comments. Whatever.
Gotta go to Facebook. You gotta go into the actual video.
Oh, I hate video.
Like,
You got like 15 people watching.
not to be a Debbie Downer, I'd tell my uncle to check in with his doctor more frequently. Might be still here, but
Well, that's it. Like, you'd be able to spend time, like, like, I miss my grandmother, so it'd be fun to like spend more time with her. So like, you'd be able to do that. Especially like her, for instance, she used to come to my games at Alcott. So like, it'd been fun to redo that. But yeah, you'd have to follow almost in your same footsteps to get to where we are right now.
right? Would you maybe not overthink their 50-foot breakaway? Or your
Hopefully when I come back, it's after that.
there you go.
Yeah, that was a long breakaway to do nothing. I think it made fun about my coach. What the hell's Kyle's background?
We lost Kyle. What is your
It's
background?
a clock for time travel.
It's my time travel device.
Oh, it's Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I was trying to find like a funny watch, and I couldn't find any that weren't like white backgrounds, and I don't want to shoot white backgrounds into our viewers' eyes.
You couldn't find a funny watch this time?
So what are you trying to say, Kyle? You don't want people shooting white backgrounds in them?
They're bright, man. I use oh, that's like off-white. It's like a dull white.
I don't even know what you said. I just read Larry's comment saying my grandma was a hoe. Please don't block me.
Wait, what?
Yes, she was, Larry.
And shoot the shoe.
Shoot the shoe!
We should all time travel back to see Larry's grandma.
Yeah, and then we'd impregnate her. You'd be calling us daddy.
Larry, I'm your grandpa.
Yeah.
Which one of us?
Grandpappy.
My fiance had that as like as an ice-breaking question. Where would you time travel to? I just remembered this. And everyone was like, I would go back in time and change this thing about my life. And it's just like a very interesting way to tell your coworkers that you're full of regrets.
Everybody's got regrets.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of life.
But do you want your coworkers to know?
I mean, I assume all my coworkers have regrets. Like I said, it's just something that I assume my kids, they already have regrets and they're young. Like, that's just part of life.
Depends on what the regret is, you know?
Yeah, like, I regret killing that guy, or like I regret giving that guy an F. Like,
I regret shitting my pants one year camping.
yeah.
All depends on what it is.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, like, you regret dating a girl or regret hitting a kid in the school zone. Those are 2 different levels of regret.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Still
Me
regret.
not hitting him, he could still be in a wheelchair or not. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he was already in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll enact really, really helpful policy because of his alternate life experiences.
Yes, we have to have wheelchairs with 6 wheels now.
Whoa.
Off-roading.
Stop quicker.
It's big bumper car bumper zone.
Yeah. Ooh.
I would drive a bumper car around. Anyways, I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. I'm a terrible actor, so I wouldn't be able to recreate anything. And I don't remember anything, so that wouldn't help either.
But at least you're smart enough. You'd be fine to get through school. Like, I know I'm going to throw Sean and Rick under the bus, too. I think the three of us would be screwed.
Yes.
We got sent back to high school.
Maybe not so much like history stuff and maybe some science, but I don't remember math equations and like chemistry stuff. I don't remember how to do like moles and logarithms and all that shit.
Even history, I'd be like, oh, yeah, COVID-19. And they're like, what? Like, oh, yeah, sorry, that hasn't happened yet. Sorry, I forgot you're still alive. You haven't died from it yet. I should know that stuff by it. No.
Just tell everyone that dies. It's like, I'm so happy to see you while you're alive.
I'm so glad you're not dead yet.
Yep.
You're still here?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Don't go to this place on this day.
Right. I mean, like, joking aside, like, Kyle and I played hockey with a guy we could have warned. Like, hey, don't fucking race your car on Hess Road. You'd still be alive.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that.
So, like, all of us, we went to school. Everybody's gone to school with people that aren't here anymore. And aren't here anymore. I just fucking had a seizure. But, like, so, like, you can warn about certain things. Chris Beaton, don't go on the bypass in Lockport.
He did that on purpose.
Someone tell him not to.
I'm fine talking about a hypothetical kid in a school zone in a fucking wheelchair, but
yeah, I'll tell you guys that one after. I'd tell somebody to not go swimming at Alcott Beach.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's how I died. Actually,
that just came up the other day on a timeout when we did our polar bear swim.
And I died.
Yeah, you became really pale, and all of a sudden your hair turned red.
Oh, neat.
We stayed that way ever since.
Before Kyle was a blonde.
I was actually.
He was a dark complexion blonde.
I have pictures of me with blonde hair, and it's like, who is this man? It's very strange. I was very young.
Man, I want him in my mouth now.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
Sorry, what? I was talking to Rachel. She's standing right here.
Okay.
No, she's not. I was just talking about you sucking dick. What?
Do we want to move on to the NHL stuff now? Or King Kong? We got, 40 minutes at most?
Let's get the Kong in.
Kong?
Nobody really cares about the Sabres too much.
Tear my asshole up if you went in there.
King Kong?
Go, here you go, Kong.
So I haven't seen it, but my fiance and her friends were playing a game of have sexual relations with, marry or kill for King Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla. And they hadn't seen the movie, so they decided to watch it for research so they could have well-educated answers to that question.
I think we know what kind of pornos they watch.
You should watch porn about people killing people.
Your neighbors just hear all like every night.
A lot of jumping and swinging. Kyle has a prosthetic tail.
That's a good reason to time travel.
Would you rather be? Would you rather be Godzilla or Kong, Kyle?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know them. I don't
Does
know.
Mechagodzilla come with a sweet robotic cock?
Avery. I don't know either of them.
Replaceable.
Like a jackhammer.
What?
Mechagodzilla's dick. It's like a jackhammer. That'd be awesome.
I'd be mad if I was Mechagodzilla and made me have a small dick. It's like, you had control of this.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Huge.
Can he augment his body?
He's a robot. I don't know.
Oh.
So what was your fiance's answers?
I don't think I remember.
Yeah,
it was definitely kill Mechagodzilla.
Is she there? Bring her on.
Mary.
It was kill Mechagodzilla.
Mm-hmm. Kill Mecha.
That should be everybody's answer.
Marry Kong.
Marry Kong.
Fuck Godzilla.
And have sex with Godzilla. Because Godzilla is a good one-night stand, but long term, he's just explosive and you don't want to hang around him.
Kyle going, oh! Fire breath.
I like spicy food, so fire breath sounds interesting.
It's a loser.
It's a laser?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Radioactive beam.
beam.
Are you? Is this just a question like you're asking us, or did you just want
Sure,
to?
yeah. What about you guys?
I mean, like they're all guys.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Oh,
So I mean, like if I'm going interspecial, I'm at least
If they
going
were
for
all-
the opposite
if-
sex.
if they were all gender bent, if they were all women.
If they're all women.
Yeah.
Instead of going, oh, it's
Well, it depends on if they're sexually dimorphic. I know gorillas are. I don't know if King Kong's a gorilla. I don't know anything about Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about giant radioactive lizards either.
I mean, Mechagodzilla would definitely be my kill.
Is he an asshole? Why does everyone want to kill him?
I would fuck Kong, because at least that's
Is this okay to talk about on Facebook, by the way?
part of a human evolution
It is now.
backtrack.
It's a primate. We're primates. I'm
You
a
can
primate.
marry Godzilla, doesn't mean you have to have sex with him. Her.
You're a primate. You're a primate. I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
And then Godzilla's always around and he can protect you. She. It.
They. I don't know. Okay. So what's the movie about? Do they just
I'm
fight?
the only one that answered. I'm the only second that fucking.
Yeah, that's it. Just you guys. Good job. All right.
Ah!
Movie, I haven't seen it either.
All right. Well, I definitely married King Kong because I've seen clips from that 50s show, and he can like change sizes and he can hold people and stuff. I don't know if Godzilla can hold people.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The old movie from
What
the 50s.
50s show are you talking about?
It's like the original King Kong movie. He like is on a
You're
boat.
basing your answer off of a black and white Japanese rendition of King Kong.
I don't think it's Japanese.
Most likely is. All
No,
of this MonsterVerse came from the Asian colonies, countries,
Oh.
whatever they are, lands full of people.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Sean?
Oh, I'm marrying Mechagodzilla because I could have control over and do whatever I want.
That sounds
He's
like
a
rape.
robot.
Hmm.
I'm
Sounds
gonna
a lot like
I'm
rape.
gonna kill Godzilla because he's too
Yeah.
dangerous, and then I'll just bang Kong.
All right. just do that. That's fine.
This is a great
Okay.
discussion about the movie.
Yeah. So who won? They fought, right? Is it King Kong versus Godzilla? Or it wasn't porn, right? They just fought. Was there a
Ricky didn't get to
tastefully
answer.
Was there a tastefully done sex scene?
I killed Jake.
Just gonna bang Kong. Kind of moves on with the conversation like it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead, bang him. What?
Yeah. Okay. It's
Oh,
tough
shit.
choice.
It sounds like he's stoked to get in there.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Hmm.
Come on, Big Daddy, we're gonna bang.
Oh god.
Okay. So who wins?
Ricky doesn't get to answer?
Oh, I don't know. He hasn't seen it, has
I
he?
don't think he wants to after that.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
Kill them all.
Yeah.
That's breaking the rules. You're gonna go to game rule breaking prison.
I do have one thing to say about the movie when we do start discussing the movie.
I think we are starting now.
Okay,
Who
Jake,
won?
you were right.
Oh, I've not very often. What?
Called it from the beginning in the trailer.
Oh, Mechagodzilla.
About it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean they alluded to it at the end credit scene in King of Monsters.
With the,
Who's
the-
Mechagodzilla?
In the movie, have you watched any of the movies?
You ever seen it?
No, like I'm not saying it like as a dick. I'm like generally curious. Have you watched any of the movies?
Nope.
All right, in the second Godzilla movies, there's a group that's basically trying to get rid of these guys, kaijus or whatever you want to call them, monsters.
Yep.
And then so that same group created Mechagodzilla after the second Godzilla movie, or they started doing this in that movie pretty much. And basically it is Earth's deterrent from it. This is why I said it was Pacific Rim. It had a big Pacific Rim where we'll create this giant ass robot to fight these big ass monsters. And spoilers ahead if you haven't watched this movie. We're gonna spoil the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be worse than that milk in my fridge.
What the fuck did you just say?
Or it's gonna be spoiled worse than the milk in my fridge.
Damn it. It's amazing anything gets done. So they alluded to it. So it is with the energy from Hollow Earth, which is basically Earth's core.
Ooh.
They were able to reanimate Mechagodzilla, which is just a robot version of Godzilla, which I hated the look of it.
It was horrible.
It looked like Godzilla was anorexic.
It looked like one of those little horrible robot toys you get from like KB Toys when you.
It looked like a Bionicle.
Yeah, it was awful.
It to me was not good. So it reanimated him, except at the end it ended up being they reanimated him with the power of Earth's core and then the mind of the main bad dragon monster from the second Godzilla. So basically, when they gave power to it, it took on the mind of the monster and they lost control.
Yeah. I did the same thing with a coffee maker. So it happens.
I mean, it was similar to what happened in Transformers.
What? Did they put a body of a dinosaur?
No, a toaster got reanimated from the cube and the shard of the cube, and all of a sudden it had like a Gatling gun on it.
Yep.
You don't remember that? Oh man,
That's
one
the
of Shia LaBeouf's better movies. No, it was in the first one.
That's the second one.
I don't know.
No, the
Because
little
Shia
shard.
LaBeouf- Oh yeah.
Shard was in his hoodie. When he,
Hoodie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
when
Are
he's
cubes
leaving for
real?
college. No.
No? Okay. That's good. That makes me feel better.
You have any other questions about the movie? Like, I don't know how to really just dive into it.
Okay. So
Ease us in there, Kyle.
So Godzilla and Mechagodzilla probably don't get along, I would assume.
All right, so
Start from the beginning.
Who is?
So basically, Kong is on an island. It's called Skull Island, and there's a huge storm that basically was going to destroy the entire island. But this other organization, I can't remember what they're called.
They weren't Monarch, right?
Monarch. It was Monarch. Yeah. They basically create a dome for Kong to survive in.
Ooh.
Because Godzilla and Kong are both alpha predators, so they would hunt each other, or Godzilla would try to hunt Kong to make his dominance. So they did this to protect him, to hide him, pretty much.
Why didn't they do it to Godzilla?
Because Kong, you knew where he was. He was on Skull Island. Godzilla is in the ocean, below the Earth's core, all that stuff.
All right.
Godzilla's everywhere.
So yeah, basically, you can only have one monster on the Earth, and that's the way it was looked as. Yeah, their signatures attracted to each other, pretty much.
Yep.
Oh.
So the one organization that was creating Mechagodzilla was getting attacked by Godzilla. So everybody was like, "Oh, Godzilla's just randomly attacking people," even though he was only attacking.
Like trademark infringement. That's my name.
So he was attacking this company, and he was only attacking one specific company. You know, people couldn't put two and two together. And because Godzilla knew that they were creating, that they had the remnants of the previous King of the Monsters.
Cool.
So then they're like, "Oh, we gotta get Kong. Let's get Kong in here. He'll fight Godzilla and he'll win, and we'll do all this shit pretty much, for the most part.
Okay.
But to win, they had to go to what's called Hollow Earth,
Oh.
and they didn't know how to get there to where they needed to go. So like, we'll just use Kong we'll follow him. He'll know. He's
Did
never
anyone
been
ride
there.
him?
He'll know. And the plot was just terribly written.
So what was the cool parts of it? What were the cool things?
I have one cool thing. First, the acting was absolutely horrible in it. I want to know the best actor was the little kid because she had no lines.
It's not wrong.
Do they have motion capture for the Kong or Godzilla or anything, or is it just
It's just pure CGI.
all right?
Godzilla had a weapon, a
Bastard.
magical weapon that he had to sink or do something to get the power down inside Middle Earth or whatever the fuck it was called.
Middle Earth. Hollow Earth?
Sure.
You talking about the axe?
The axe.
That wasn't Godzilla's.
Or am I Kong? Sorry.
Yeah, it was Thor's axe from Endgame.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
right. Stormbreaker.
It looked almost identical to Stormbreaker. It was that same bluish glow.
Am I wrong in thinking that in Dragon Ball Z they turned into giant gorillas?
Yes, it did. This face had their tail. The light of the moon.
Oh, neat. Okay,
I
sorry.
loved
Dragon Ball Z. That's a throwback. Anyway,
Yeah, the axe basically where they went. So Hollow Earth is Earth's core, and the axe was pretty much left from Kong's ancestors. They made it out to be that he had ancestors.
Okay.
My biggest, well, not my biggest. There's a ton of problems. I just did not like that movie. For one, to get to where the throne is that King Kong deserves, you got to open up doors. Why do gorillas care for fucking doors? Like you're in this giant ass ancient thing full of just giant ass gorillas. That was supposed to be filled with giant ass gorillas. Why is there a door? Who the fuck cares about a door when you're a gorilla?
They don't have doors in their homes in the jungles.
Right.
He's a gorilla?
What else? Ape? Whatever.
I don't know.
He's not
Maybe the chimps were coming in. They're like, chimps are jerks. Close the door.
The acting was terrible, especially like the side with, I think the chick was from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, that whole subplot was just absolutely terrible.
With the kids, like what is this?
Yeah. Like any plot twist that they thought they could throw in was stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fighting on top of a freighter between Godzilla and Kong, I know bothered Ricky in the trailers. It still was stupid because to get to that point, Kong had to jump from his freighter on top of another freighter. Like it was almost like Frogger. And nothing sunk.
Yeah, it didn't get
It was so stupid. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on here and
it's super reinforced.
Come on over.
Contrary to popular belief, he's actually very light.
That's
how his bones don't break.
Yeah.
Nice.
The fighting was stupid too. I hated the fighting because in the King of Monsters,
why did you tell me to watch this movie?
For this, I mean, I like to have constant continuity with series. So, like, I've watched the previous 3. I'll watch this 4th. If there's more, I'll watch them too because I've already invested time into it. I want to see how it goes or where it goes. But like King of Monsters, they alluded to basically how shooting his little radiation beam takes a lot out of him. And in this game, he was boom, 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 boom. Like it was a fucking machine gun of radiation.
Yeah.
It's like
Is that the mouth thing?
Yeah. And then like he gets Kong in the shoulder, and he literally laughed. Why is Godzilla laughing? He's standing like, like, fuck you, you're a fucking lizard. You don't laugh. It's just the fighting was very spoiler, Godzilla wins. But then Mechagodzilla comes out and fucking Kong has to be revived by an exploding spaceship.
Time travel ship fucking thing.
Yeah.
A ship
man.
with enough energy to do something. Enough to power 10 million cities or Vegas for 50 years or some shit it was.
It was stupid.
Yes.
Oh, and to get to even the big battle, Kong's in the center of the Earth, and Godzilla brings him on by shooting his radiation beam just at the fucking Earth.
Yeah.
Literally just built a hole from the crust down to the Earth.
Yeah. That's how I'd do it.
It was stupid. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, we killed Mechagodzilla and Kong look at each other and like, sup, bro. And then like Godzilla goes in the water and just fucking swims off.
Respect.
Pretty much, like literally, like it was so terribly written. That's why the first Godzilla is my favorite, and Kong Skull Island is a good movie. I enjoy that one too.
Yeah.
But both of those had at least decent acting. And the others or this one specifically, I mean, it's a monster movie, so I guess you want to see the monsters, but like, if I have a little bit of acting in it, that's good.
I'm probably gonna watch it at some point, like drunk or something, just to enjoy the crazy CG, because I've heard it's got really good effects and interesting stuff. But I don't think it's a movie you can take seriously.
I mean, pretty good effects. It's got just as good effects as Marvel has had. Like, it's not. There wasn't anything that blew my mind.
Show me the giant gorilla in the Marvel movies, Jake.
They had a giant ass purple dude with a giant ass double-ended sword.
That was pretty cool.
What about a lizard? What about the giant ass Ant-Man?
Or the giant ass flying worms with armor on it.
Flying worms?
And Avengers. Like that, they had this.
Oh, those things.
Spider-Man movie that they're scavenging off of. Yeah, at those. Yeah.
Worm things.
Pretty much any scene in the MCU.
I know, but Godzilla.
Did you watch the Snyder Cut?
Yes.
Okay, any scene in the Snyder Cut.
That's fair. That's fair.
To me, like it was nicely done, but like it wasn't, as far as the CGIs were concerned, but it wasn't like, wow, did you see that? Like, at least when Avatar came out, it was when they made the planet Avatar. It was like, wow, like that is so beautifully done. Like that was groundbreaking. That was like a huge step in CGI, but like now it just kind of leveled off at the peak, it seems like.
Okay.
At least I didn't come away with it saying, wow, that was really great.
So, Sean, what was your favorite part of it?
The ending.
That's what Larry said.
It was horrible.
It wasn't good.
Nope. It was not.
I know, Sean, you said it was okay.
I said, yeah, it was okay.
It was out of Kong, Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla, and then Godzilla King of Monsters. It was the third best. And that's because I hated King of Monsters.
You didn't like the King of Monsters?
Hated it.
So if you're going Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla won, right? And then resurrected Kong. What if they were playing hockey 1v1 with Mechagodzilla as the goalie? Who would win then?
Godzilla.
I fucking hate Kyle sometimes.
Why? Godzilla? All right. Fair enough.
I would say Kong because he at least has thumbs.
We have a tie game. 1-1. Rick, what do you say?
I'll probably say King Kong, Kyle.
Is it the same reason because he has thumbs?
Well, yeah, he looks a bit more mobile.
That's like he can actually take a wrist shot.
Okay. But what can you check with your radiation beam?
What's the next question?
How are you guys doing? I don't know.
All right.
What
Jake,
time
you probably
is
got to go, right?
I got time. I got 10 more minutes or so. We could do the NHL trade down there.
Trades. Speaking of hockey, because that's clearly the trade deadline. I've had 2 beers. I can't composure.
Got 3, and I gotta go to hockey.
Oh, jeez. I've never played hockey drunk. Man, that's
I have. I
I have.
drew the tripping penalty.
I broke
I
my
feel
leg.
like I would puke.
It broke my leg. I'll never do it again.
I retired.
Okay.
All right, NHL trade deadline. There was a trade today.
Yep.
Nick
Was it
Foligno
me?
to
hope it wasn't
Toronto.
Okay.
San
And
Jose was involved, Ricky.
Yep. They were 3.
Yeah.
You guys got a 4th round pick, and you're taking on Nick Foligno's 25% of his salary. And then Columbus got, I think, a 1st and a 4th, and a retaining 50%.
To
And
Toronto.
then the Toronto got Foligno, another player, and 25% of his salary. So
Not
I
bad.
never thought I would see Nick Foligno outside of Columbus.
Right, especially being the captain.
Yeah.
Really goes to show you that when they make you a captain doesn't mean you're safe.
It shouldn't. It's been lots of, fucking Gretzky got traded.
True.
He was the greatest player of all time. He wasn't a captain.
He was traded twice as a captain.
Was
You just
Gretzky the captain of Edmonton?
Yes.
Yeah. Captain
Yeah.
of Edmonton, captain of LA, captain in St. Louis. He was captain for everything he played for.
Does the captain
I just didn't know
actually-
because Messier is known as the captain.
Yeah.
He
He
was
uh
on that Edmonton team.
I'm pretty sure he was captain of Edmonton. Maybe not.
Yes, he was.
Do you think
They're
the captain
saying-
goes around?
They're saying Taylor Hall being traded is close. Should be happening.
That's what I was reading. Yep.
Taylor
But
Hall.
what I heard, the asking price was very high, and I honestly thought he was going to get dealt to the Islanders before they pulled the trigger on Paul Mary. But I also hear there's talks that could still happen.
Yeah, I saw 3 teams are involved. I don't know what the 3 teams are, but I'm sure he'll get traded. And my guess is going to be a similar trade as the Vander Kane trade, where it'll be a conditional second that could turn into a
Do
first.
it first, depending on his status, like
Yeah.
playoff games played or
Yeah.
re-signing.
But I don't see him going for a straight up first.
No, I don't either. Especially
But,
the year he had.
Yeah, Montour got traded yesterday for a 3rd.
Where'd he go again? Yeah, Florida.
Florida.
Not a bad move. I heard rumors that they were in talks, but they wanted or interested in Risto after Ekblad went down.
Yeah, I'd be trading anybody and everybody.
Yep.
Montour, the team itself has looked better under a different coach, but these guys are rentals at the end of the day.
Yep.
Everybody, excluding a handful of players, are free agents at the end of the season. So
Yep.
you can get anybody. A lot of these team players aren't going to come back. So why would they? For one,
Right.
for 2, why would you want them back? You weren't able to do anything with them. You
Yeah.
should be able to move on with yourself as a franchise.
I know one of the other bigger, I guess he's a kind of a big name for us. Colin Miller was talks that he was going to be moved because he still had 1 year left on his contract. So it could be somebody that could use him for an extended time. And I know there was a lot of talks too that that people wanted to try and, if it wasn't at the deadline, deal Risto in the off season so you get something for him, because there's more than likely that's, if he's still here, they might not protect him. So there was talks that Seattle would have the opportunity to get him. So
Is that the Seattle? I was going to ask about that. Is that the expansion team officially? I forgot about that.
Yes, Seattle Kraken.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like Krakens. Pirates, I like pirates. Pirate lore.
But Pirates.
but there was
Like
talks,
Bowie?
apparently there was stuff about Reinhardt, but that I guess was not as much interest. And then the one that kind of intrigues me,
Adam said no. He said he wants to keep Reinhardt and he wants to keep Risto. Those are the 2 names that were mentioned that he wants to hang on to. And
And
I
I know-
think Eichel's kind of a
a given.
self-explanatory name.
Right. I know that he also said that Allmark was a foundational player, but I could have seen him maybe going to somebody that was looking for a number 2 goalie.
There's been a lot of talks about him being traded.
But then I read today also that they're in the works of a contract extension too. So,
well, same thing with Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall was in talks of the contract extension too, and here they are sitting him out of games for trading.
Yeah, that's true.
So you just gotta figure out what rumor you want to believe, pretty much. Till the deadline's gone, you don't know.
Yep, we'll know by 3:00 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Last time, Eastern Standard.
Isn't it Monday?
Maybe it's Monday. That's how closely I'm paying attention to it.
Is that the trade deadline tomorrow? Is that what you said?
It's either tomorrow or it's this week.
Yes.
Ooh. Do they have to announce all the trades by then, or can they have secret?
You have to have the paperwork in by 3:00.
3:00.
4:00.
Yep. 3:00.
Okay. So 3:00 they have Monday. You said.
Yep. Monday.
Monday at 3:00 they have to have all the paperwork taken care of. So you'll get announcements of trades up to 4:00, 5:00. That's when it becomes publicized.
Yeah. So since COVID happens, I've been doing a lot of digitally signing documents for work. Do you think they do that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sure.
I'm sure they do that
Sure.
before COVID.
Adobe Reader.
Yeah.
Have a little stupid fake signature. That's great. It makes me happy. I don't know why. Anyway, sorry.
Ricky, Larry wants you to smile.
Stop smiling. No.
Don't want you to smile anymore. Yeah, I'd be curious what they do. These third-round picks that they're getting are nice and all, but they need to get first and second rounders. The third rounders really don't pan out. So, unless you're going to package them with certain things, they're nice.
I could see a lot of the guys that they move them to on retaining salary. So it really ain't going to do us any good regardless. So if we're just going to get.
Yeah, that's it. Like Montour being traded, the biggest part of it was Florida's taking on his whole salary. So they're talking about with Hall, for instance. Sabres might have to take on some of his salary to get moved for. It's either whatever team is trading for him takes on his whole salary and it's a second or third round pick, or the Sabres take on a percentage of it and now it becomes a first round pick.
Yeah, I can see
at that point for the Sabres. Yeah, why wouldn't you do it? You only have to deal with it for another few more months.
Yeah. On top of that, you already had a decent amount of cap space of putting guys on long-term IR from earlier in the year that you never did anything with. So
you can do it, but the reason why Ruotsalainen had to wait until yesterday to even be on the active roster was because they're so high up against the cap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the reason why he wasn't able to be playing is because of the cap issue. They are not good cap space.
Oh, I thought
it's because they don't have McCabe on long-term IR. And his knee, anything that ended in CL, he tore. So his knee is dead.
Yeah,
he's not coming back.
I thought they put him on.
He's not in long-term IR. No, they only have Gergensons. Yeah, they only have Gergensons. He's the only one on a long-term IR. You have Hutton, who's probably done for the season. Eichel, who's probably done for the season, but I'm sure they're holding out hope. And McCabe, who's definitely done for the season. And then you had Borgen, who broke his arm and finished the game. Yep. He's probably done for the season. So, you have all these guys whose seasons are done. Why don't you put them on long-term?
Yeah, I see. I thought McCabe was on there. I didn't know that.
Yep. The whole Ruotsalainen not being able to play was a purely financial decision because they had to move money around.
So, getting rid of Montour made that happen.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit. Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I'm sure. Obviously, they're buyers
we're definitely sellers.
Yeah, and they're not going to be buyers.
Not like last year.
Were they buyers last year?
Yeah, when he went and got Wayne Simmons and did something else. And got fucking what's his name from Cahoon from Pittsburgh?
Dominic Cahoon. I liked him too.
I was a fan of him.
So, what sport would be the best if you could have robot limbs?
Football.
You think?
Or baseball.
Okay.
Something where I need my arms and legs very much.
You could have an arm that is a bat. That'd be kind of cool.
You could have robot legs and just dunk basketball from your own end.
Oh yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
But like, you talking like you have robot or like the entire league?
The entire league.
Oh, well then you can't. Like, it would just be craziness.
It would be. There'd just be people jumping around all over the place.
giant
It'd be like the
arenas.
frogs.
Yeah, people would die. Could you imagine
Drop
running
kick
a
to the
football
face.
with robot legs, getting clothesline with somebody with robot arms and football?
Oh,
You don't have a robot head. Your human head would be gone.
damn you, normal, non-robotic heads.
Ultimate.
Sorry, I
Frisbee
didn't mean to
uses-
derail. That's just I was just thinking about that.
Karate.
Karate.
Yeah,
Ooh.
jujitsu.
Yeah. UFC.
Go gadget karate chop. Anyways, was there something you want to talk about with the Sabres specifically, or just the trade deadline?
We just did.
That was pretty much it.
Oh, okay,
Some
cool.
moves that have been made.
Who are they
No
going to
one
trade?
wants. No one wants Reinhardt. Poor guy.
It's not that I don't think anybody wants him.
I think teams do want him.
Yeah. But I think the Sabres' price is too high. from
I
my
think.
understanding.
I think the Sabres just don't know what to do with him. He's a UFA, and I think he's UFA. I think all of his RFA years are done.
Yes.
So you have to pay him. You've been giving him nothing but bridge deals. Not even bridge deals. Barely. They're sidewalk deals.
Yep.
Not even bridges.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Try it
Never
out,
mind.
see how it goes, deals.
Yeah. Prove it deals,
okay.
and he's proven it.
Like we'll give
He's
you
actually like the most
$50,
consistent player on
and
their
if you
team.
score
So-
a bunch, we'll give you 100.
Yeah, and then you got the expansion draft you got to worry about too.
Yeah, so you got to figure
Yeah.
out who you're protecting.
How many protects do you get?
11, isn't it? 9 forwards and 2 goalies.
I know it's only one goalie.
There's 2 different options. You could protect 2 goalies or 1 goalie, depending on if you pick like forwards and defensemen you're saving. Like could be like 9 skaters and 2 goalies, or some. I think it's along some lines that. Could be wrong though.
I know. I just looked at this too. No,
Do we have a Google machine? Do we have the technology?
Do we have the technology?
That's that. You get Google
Current
on it.
NHL teams can protect 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 1 goalie, or 8 skaters and 1 goalie under the following conditions.
Okay, so it was like
So it's still 10 skaters and 1 goalie. If one option you can go with.
yeah, I knew there was 2 options. I couldn't remember what the other one was.
But defensemen, like the only people under contract, as far as defensemen are concerned, Colin Miller and Ristolainen.
Darlene can't be touched. I don't know.
He might have, yeah, I think he can be. Because he met the minimum games played, which is 100, I think. 100 or 75, one of the two.
Well, he just hit his 100th game. Or no, he's got his 100 points.
I was going to say, Olsen just hit his 100. So you'll have to figure out if you're protecting him. But he's the RFA, so you might have to protect him. And anybody with a no trade or no move clause
Skinner.
have to be traded or protected.
Yep.
So Okposo, Skinner, Eichel, pretty much anybody that's still under contract.
Yep.
Because players nowadays do no move and no trade clauses, which is just stupid. That's too much power to the players.
Agree.
So, if I was the Sabres, I'd be, here's a 3rd round pick that I just got in the Montour trade.
Take
And
Okposo.
Okposo. Yeah, here you go. Take him.
It's yours.
But you have to have Okposo or Skinner or somebody waive their clause.
Mhm.
Which now might not be too hard. Because then all you have to say to his agent or him is, oh, look at Vegas. They went to the Stanley Cup Finals their first year. Go play. That could happen in Seattle. Have fun. But we're not doing it next year.
You don't think so?
Anytime soon.
They're in a full rebuild.
Kyle, we just celebrated 10 years of the last time we clinched a playoff berth last week.
Just celebrating getting our first win in 19 games.
Right?
Mhm. That's oh man.
Yeah.
Last place. Woo. Best at something.
2011.
Tim Connolly was still on that team.
Wow.
So
Drew Stafford,
Hey.
Ryan Miller, Tyler Myers, Tyler Anna still. fucking
Wow.
scrub.
I hope we trade for him.
You don't have to. Just fucking pick him up.
Pick him up.
All right, are you guys good?
Terrible, but yeah.
All right. So Rick, in the 50s, were the goalies the kind that had the thing?
No.
The
No,
mask.
they didn't wear masks.
So I'm not sure when they started. Like the early
70s.
ones would have been like
Yep.
Gary Cheevers and all that. They started it. I'd have to look and see what years that they were
Okay.
started wearing masks. But
Chicago Blackhawks are the reason why the goalies wear masks.
if you
What
watch, go ahead, Sean.
Hockey sticks back in the early 50s and 60s weren't curved. They were just a straight blade, so you didn't get a lot of power on them. And the Chicago Blackhawks figured out a trick that you take a torch and heat it up to make the wood pliable, and they used
And then
to
you
bend
light
it.
your hockey sticks on fire.
Fuck you, Kyle. Sean's trying to fucking tell a story.
Sorry. All right. Sorry, go on.
They take a torch and heat up the blade to make the wood pliable, and they used to bend it under the door frame of the door to give it curve, which gave more velocity to the shot, which when the goalies got hit in the face with a harder shot, it hurt more and they broke more bones. And they're like, oh, maybe we need to make something that's a protective thing I can put over my face, which invented the hockey mask.
All right.
Yep.
So if you went back in time to the 50s, would you wear a mask?
Probably not, because if you look at a lot of the hockey play from back then, the pucks never leave the ice. They just go along the bottom, and then the goalies fall over for whatever reason, because that's how they were trained to make a save, was just falling on the ice. So,
Would you have bent the butterfly?
yeah, probably. Why not? I mean, just keep the stick down. Hit it with a stick. Would have been easy. Looks easy.
All right. I think that's a good place to stop. Jake has a hockey game. He's not a bench warmer, are you? I don't even know.
Yes, I am. Proud of it.
Jake has to go warm a bench for an actual hockey league. So, good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Adios.